Yeah, and this week we're talking about the funding option that you have available for your project. Today, after talking about the government grant yesterday, we want to talk about another source of funding options, right? And it's going to be debt financing. Yeah, we're going to dive into that because that's one source. I'm sure you heard about it. It's a common and traditional form of funding that has been used for many years, right? As long as I've existed, and even much more, right? And it's used to support the growth and development of business. But what is debt financing? You might want to ask me, right? And I'm sure many of you would have already used debt, whether or not they know it. But let's define it because some may still not be very clear about what we mean by that. And just for the sake of fairness, let's talk about that. So simply put, so debt financing is when a business, maybe your business, will borrow money from a lender with the intentions of paying that back, so with interest over a specific period of time, right? In the context of renewable energy business, debt financing can be in the forms of loans from the bank, from credit union, or any financial institution. Oh, by the way, it can also be from a private source of yours, as long as you have borrowed that money and there is a clear paper that actually stipulates, obviously, what are the conditions of that exchange and tell you how much you need to pay back and on what interest. That is a loan. I just want you to be very clear about that. It doesn't just come from financial institution, like I said. It can also be friends and family. So that's debt funding. And by the way, when you contract such a debt for your project, make sure you record it because that's very important for later on, right? Especially when you're getting no partner that coming into the business, and also they will be definitely interested by that. So you probably want to know. So what are the advantage of debt financing? So so why would you choose debt financing, for example, or the other form of funding option? Because like I said, there's a number that we're going to see. Yesterday, we talked about the grant and subsidies, and tomorrow we're going to talk about some others. So what could be the option of going for debt financing? I just want to tell you some, right? And I'm sure you may be able to see those. Financing, it will allow businesses, and that's one of the biggest for me, to preserve equity. By borrowing money instead of setting equity into your business, so renewable energy business can maintain control, and that's very important, and ownership over the operation. It means that you will also maintain the direction of travel for your business. So that's the advantage. So debt financing provide a predictable cash flow, right? With a fixed payment schedule. So debt financing provide a predictable cash flow that can be used to support the growth and also the development of the business. Yeah. So that's important. So debt financing can be less expensive than equity financing. That's another reason why people like to go debt, right? So depending on the terms of the loan, it can be less financing, less expensive than equity financing because interest payments are tax deductible. So that you want to know that. So when you contract it, that you can deduct tax out of it. That's why many people will like it. So, but debt financing has several advantages, but it also has challenges that we should not be forgetting, right? The fact that debt financing requires a regular payment. So with a fixed payment schedule, so renewable energy business must be prepared to make regular payment, even during period of slow growth and reduced revenue. So when you're taking on debt right now, you need to know that later on, there's going to be a period where you're going to have to constrain yourself because you will want to pay back the debt. And I can tell you, I know something about it, right? And I'm sure I'm not the only one here, right? So debt financing can also limit future funding options by incurring debt. So renewable energy business may have limited flexibility to pursue additional funding options in the future, such as equity financing or government grant and subsidies. Another way of saying that, when other partner will see that you have lots of debt, right? So in the business, it may make your business less attractive, right? Especially if you're looking at the seniority of this debt. So also debt financing requires collateral. Yeah, in many cases, lenders will require collateral to secure the debt. Yeah, which can be a challenge for renewable energy business that are just starting and have significant and do not have significant assets. How are we going to do that? So these are the kind of challenge that you will see. So in conclusion, what I want to say, it's a common strategy for businesses, right? It offers several advantages, including the ability to preserve your equity and provide regular cash flow and less expensive than equity financing. However, you also have the challenges, right? The fact that you have to make regular payment and you have limited future funding options and you require collateral, right? So when you consider debt financing, it's important for renewable energy business to carefully weigh advantages and challenges and choose what is the right thing to do for them, right? I'm just going to stop here. Hopefully give you more information about that. Now you're going to make the choice very, very carefully when you choose the way you're going to fund your business. If you like this video, I want you to like it, I want you to comment it, and I want you to share that with people. As of me, I see you tomorrow, and we're going to talk about more source of funding. Take care, guys. Bye.